In the play Samson Agonistes by Milton, Milton says of Samson when he dies, he says, "No time for lamentation now. Samson had quit himself like Samson, and like Samson had lived the life heroic." And I say that about Gay Byrne. Gay Byrne was a broadcasting legend, a husband, a father, and a grandfather. He was an extraordinary communicator across our entire country and beyond for 60 years. He woke us all up, and he protected us as he did it, and his talent was immeasurable. He was a cultural and social barometer of an Ireland about to grow up across those years and face all of its responsibilities, both past and present. In the history of the state, through the national broadcaster RTE, he totally embodied what all great public service broadcasting aspires to: entertainment, information, and education across radio and television. Most of us, through our lives, if we are paying any kind of attention, can learn and are capable of learning through osmosis. We watch and we listen, and it is how I learned from great teachers who never knew I was doing it, from great artists, from great poets, from great thinkers, and from great elders. Learned by osmosis from those that I admired from afar when I was young. Anybody who had any interest in the art and the skill and the craft of communication knew to look in the direction of Gay Byrne. Here you would find a master. And when I became a friend in later life, that admiration only deepened and grew. Gay Byrne's talents were enormous, but he wore them very, very lightly, and he spent most of his life creating platforms daily for all others to be great and good. Who are the people who have changed and altered Ireland for the better? Who are they? People might name politicians from all sides, and they would be right. And indeed, they might even name religious leaders, doctors, teachers, artists. I name Gay Byrne. Without argument, without opposition, we owe him so much. He broke our silences, and he taught us to speak out and speak up and not be afraid of what we were capable of, and indeed what we needed and had to face. In some way, there is a voice and nothing more. Beckett believed that. Through his voice, we heard meaning. We heard meaning because his voice always paralleled meaning. His voice bore meaning, his voice found meaning, ordinary meanings and extraordinary meanings, complexities and distinctiveness, a kind of kernel of our social bonds, both intimate and objective. But all the time, his voice always made acoustic sense. Across generations, we inhabited the universe of his voice. We made our way through our daily lives with his voice. He introduced us to other voices, other music, other meanings, other media, and we became intermingled with the lot. First on radio and then on television, where voice is still dominant. Progress over 50 years in Ireland in some way announced itself through his voice and his show. In some way, Gay Byrne's voice was a sign of Ireland's life, and as such, compelling. That is what we have lost, a compelling voice away from the madding crowd. And I think now it's time to carry its echo with us. In the Curate Troy, and I quoted this before on the death of Seamus Heaney, but in the Curate Troy, which was a dramatisation of Sophocles' Philoctetes by Seamus Heaney, who is a favourite poet of Gay Byrne's wife, Kathleen Watkins, the chorus of elders speak these lines at the close of the play. And I would consider myself, after many years here, an elder of the Senate. I'm very happy to say that because I've learned so much here. I've listened well, and I've learned by other great senators here by osmosis. But this is what they say, and I'll end with these words, Heaney's words. Now it's high watermark and flood tide in the heart and time to go. The sea nymphs in the spray will be the chorus now. What's left to say? Well, suspect too much sweet talk, but never close your mind. It was a fortunate wind that blew me here. I leave half ready to believe that a crippled trust might walk, and the half-true rhyme is love. I say that of Gay Byrne. May he rest in peace.